unsigned or signed. You nice, you're gonna get on the mic. I don't care if you inside or if you out. You want to shout somebody out, I'm gonna try my best to give you an equal opportunity to that. And so, people writing letters, and then all of y'all became all evangelists. Because when all of you got out, or when you had visits, you would tell the whole world, yo, Stretch and Bob, Stretch and Bob, Stretch and Bob.
That's a fact.
And that's how the ripple effect started.
Mm-hmm.
That's how the ripple effect started, So I'm forever
dope,
grateful.
period.
I've been to Rikers Island 3 times in my life. I did basketball visits there. I played in basketball games against inmates. And then one time I spoke to a high school class there. And I always felt like, again, it was like my duty to give back, because, without Rikers, I mean, maybe me and Stretch would have eventually, caught, but y'all helped us out the gate. Like, pew, out the gate, be like, now the whole city knows about us because of Rikers.
Oh, that's a fact.
Real talk. Real talk.
I seen as you being my man, Saran asked one of these questions. He asked me, "What's the biggest lesson I got from you so far?"
The thing was, y'all both, like, now you grew up so long together as brothers. Like, now what was like the biggest lesson probably you, Gary, and you, Bobbito, probably would have for somebody right now? All y'all years of experience around all these accredited people, being popular people yourselves, all your experiences. Give me one good thing, maybe even for the kids, or just a lesson that you learned that we could take with us in all these years. Good one.
That's a tough one. But here, hold on. So this is my book.
All right. That's right.
Bobbito's book of B-Ball Bong Bong. And in it, I wrote about the most impactful moment in my career, which was playing ball at the GOAT in 1987. I had been cut from my college basketball team, D3, 3 years in a row, right? I didn't let it affect my love for the game. I kept on playing, kept on trying to get better. And Ray Diaz, who ran the tournament that Gary and I both played in, saw me playing one day and I was on fire. And the brother said, "Bob, you ready? I'm going to make a call on your behalf to send you to Puerto Rico, to your homeland, to play professionally," right? So I got scouted on the asphalt.
Wow.
Right? Now, had I let my college coach burn out my love because he kept on cutting me, and I quit the game or whatever, what would have not happened? I wouldn't have had that opportunity. I wouldn't have had the opportunity to eventually work for Nike. And I mean, I didn't work for Nike, but I've done sneaker designs for Nike, collaborations, done appearances, on and on and on. I mean, not just that, but I've done other collabs with sneaker brands. I've had this whole basketball career. But if I let that one person, douse my flame, none of this wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have got my job at Def Jam if it wasn't for basketball.
What you did at Def Jam, Bob? I never knew what you did at Def Jam. What did you do there?
I started out as a messenger.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then I became A&R representative as well as a promotions manager.
That's a graduate from Wesleyan, right?
After I graduated from Wesleyan University, yes.
Wow.
So, but I get my job at Def Jam through basketball contacts. So I owe my whole life to basketball. I don't get on radio if it ain't for basketball. Okay. You understand? So I say all this in terms of the lesson is that, like, when you feel that something is your destiny and you're passionate about it, you may not get what your vision is for, but don't let it unsettle deter you. Yeah, right. Because there could be other things that come out of it that are even more beautiful, So, I mean, there's certain things that we do in life, you have a partner, it's not working out, you're trying to make it work. Maybe the universe is telling you that move on. And sometimes we need to move on, let people be in peace, or maybe it's a job that ain't working out, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes to something like your culture, and your love, like for like basketball, nah, I'm still here, age 59, trying to be the best ball player I could be. And I'm grateful that I never gave up on myself,
So let's talk about the Source best hip hop radio show of all time. 89.9 Tech 9. Did you know back in the days when you were breaking all those artists that it was going to have the impact it was today? Were you in there like, yo, this is going to be something one day?
No. Like I said earlier, there was no way to know because there were so many artists who came through that never got signed, that were stupid nice. Raggedy Man, Tone the Butcher. OC wound up getting signed. I thought OC was going to be like a multi-platinum artist,
Yo, Bob, sorry to cut you off because I'm going to forget. Who's that guy who signed Old Dirty Bag? He looked like Scott Storch. Who is he?
Dante Ross.
Who?
Dante Ross.
Oh, that's Dante? He don't look like Dante. Okay. Ron. Sorry, Ron.
Yeah,
Dante Ross. Yo, he looked like Scott Storch for a minute. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, but there was no way to know back then because there was no precedent. It wasn't like artists were going platinum left and right like that. You had your LL Cool J, the Public Enemies, BC Boys that were like, huge Run DMCs, but it was like a handful. Most people just sold 200,000 copies. If you were lucky, you went, think about EBMD when it said 30 days later, the LP went gold. So what you saying, selling 500,000 records was like a big deal, but we get to the mid 90s and all of a sudden, like the mark of success is it's like now it's just like not 1 million. Biggie sells 10 million. It's like the first artist to sell 10 million. It's like, whoa, like where are we going? Eminem sells 75 million. It's like, whoa, where are we going? Like there's no turning back. So, no, there's no way to know back then. No way to know.
I was shocked when you had Bobbito when you had Eminem talking on your behalf. That dude, man, I tell them they get mad, but they say don't talk about shit. He's one of my favorite MCs, and I might say top 5, may went too far. Definitely top 10, Bob. And I'm telling you this story about Ron Mother's story. I was in Soul Sauce War. So Cornelius, the guy who ran radio Soul Train. Him and Dame had an argument. Because Don Cornelius told Dame he got to get out. He threw David out. So then he comes up to me, Eminem, asks me, can I help him get Jay-Z autograph? So Bob, I'm looking left and I'm looking right. I said, do you think though they're Eminem? That people are, what are you talking about? Without Jay-Z, there's no Eminem. He broke the door wide open for me, man. He really wanted it, and he got it. It was amazing. That dude is humble, man. He asked for Jay-Z's autograph when Eminem was up. He was that dude. I ain't gonna say Jay-Z dude, whatever you want to call it. Eminem was the dude, because we all know Eminem sold more records than Jay-Z. Yeah, and he always says that too, that people want to say, I'm the great white hope. Let's not, all my friends are black, but he sold records. He wanted Jay-Z's autograph, Bob. That was crazy to me.
That's dope. That's dope.
Wrong. So right now, I know you're gonna say you're out the loop, but I hope you're in the loop. Who's your favorite rapper right now of this era?
Gotta be one person that you heard that
this
you
era.
Were like, that's
this era,
pretty cool.
Because I know you're gonna say that you're not in the loop, but out the loop. This right now.
I'm not in the loop. I can't say.
I knew he was gonna say. I told you. I knew you're gonna be out the loop, Bob.
I can't say. I mean, listen. I lived a beautiful era of hip hop. Starting in the 70s. As a preteen, and going through the 80s and hearing all the amazing songs, and seeing the graffiti on the trains, and I was seeing writers bomb whole cars in the 70s, and and then the 90s was phenomenal to experience, when hip hop becomes, in terms of the music, the production becomes more sophisticated and rhymes, keep on elevating. But, the last 25 years, I haven't really paid much mind to it, to be honest. I
don't listen to rap no more, so I kind of get it. But what I'm doing, my world that I love so much, I listen to a little something. Rom does that. But I get it, Bob. Rap songs right now, Bob, be happy you're out the loop, because they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad.
Yeah.
No, we're not gonna do that.